70, 75. What's up, YouTube? So I'm on the Surron Light BX from AOMC.MX, and you guys have seen me ride this thing on the turn track. I got a good feel on it, got pretty comfortable on it, and I hadn't taken it to Singletrack yet, and that's what I've been most excited about. I want this bike to be as fun as I think it could be on Singletrack, and because I think that's where it could really shine. You know, as small, as nimble, as light as it is, and as quiet as it is. And I hadn't got a chance to do it yet, even though I've had the Surron for about a month. And now we're gonna take it out on my trails, which it hasn't rained in over a week, so I know they're dry. You guys have seen them a lot in videos, but you've never seen an electric bike on them. So I'm pumped to be able to talk to you guys and hope you can hear me pretty well. And yeah, let's head up into the trails and see what this thing is like. I'm in sport mode, and this is the Light BX. Still keep reaching for that rear brake. Oh man, once I get used to this rear handbrake, I will be zipping around stuff. On dirt bikes, guys, I always have the problem riding on the balls of my feet. And I can get on the balls of my feet, but when I move my feet, to brake or shift, I don't go back to the balls of my feet. But with this bike, you can just put your feet on the pegs where they're supposed to be, and then just don't take them off. Now, these stock pegs, ooh, hit the little horn. These stock pegs leave a lot to be desired, but I'm gonna be swapping those out when we start to build on this thing next week. All right, I wheelie over this on my KTM, but not gonna do that on a demo Surron. Yeah, a few trees have fallen. So right off the bat, you notice when you're riding it, it's so nimble, but you give up the stability that you have on the dirt bike, and it also doesn't feel as stable as my mountain bike, which my mountain bike's on 29 wheels and all that, but it doesn't feel sketchy. It's just not as stable as those bikes. The brakes work good, they grab well, they feel fluid and progressive. Whoa, I dug a hole in right there. But the tire's just not wide enough to really grab and brake like you expect on your dirt bike. All these lines I'm taking, I'm just used to taking them on the dirt bike. Some of them aren't so good for this thing. A few branches in the way I need to move. And there's definitely places you bottom out on this bike that you don't on the dirt bike, of course. But all right, let's cross it and go up this little hill climb right here. I'm full throttle right now. Oh, definitely working it. Wants to wheelie and then it lets off. So I didn't need to walk it or help it right there, but I just started to get off balance and come off the back, which is why I did. Let's do it again. For hill climbs, I could definitely see why guys mod these things for a little more power. All right, we're in sport mode. Wide open. There we go, not too bad. There's another steep one right here. Try to rail this rut and go up it. Whoa. It's funny because it's almost like you know, a motocross bike in a way when you're hill climbing a motocross bike, and especially when you're first learning to ride and you've got to keep your momentum. This bike's just so underpowered that you have to kind of keep your momentum to get up hills, or else it wants to kind of wheelie and jerk a little bit, and then it cuts out. All right, let's keep. Man, I didn't have to help it. It carries me right up it, guys. Which is, I mean, I think that's pretty good for a $4,000 bike. You know, 215-pound guy. Let's go down this trail. It'd be crazy the speed you could carry though once you got real used to this thing on these kind of trails. I bet it would be nuts. There goes some deer. Ground clearance is the issue. You just have to remind yourself you don't have the same ground clearance or the same suspension as you do on your full-size dirt bike. But I think once somebody got used to this thing, you could fly. And I know you can do some gnarly stuff, because I saw the guys riding these at TKO last year doing the same stuff the big bikes were. It was wild. Their only struggle was getting over the big telephone poles and logs and stuff at the like trials straight right there in the pit. Muddy little G out right here. Oh, that's something I've noticed been different about these e-bikes is trying to like use your momentum. Like on my two-stroke, I can kind of give it a little gas and just like push the bike forward and it lugs over stuff like that. Yeah, it's really hard to do on this thing. Maybe it won't be the case on like a Stark or these new advanced electric bikes that have all these different ride modes, or maybe if you changed up the controller and the way this thing's mapped and stuff, it would be different. But the way it is stock, it's just when you get down to an obstacle like this hole, it's just a very on-off power. Have to go this way now. I think I had to go this way. That big tree fell. But it's got plenty enough power to pull me through this single track and have fun. Which makes me very excited to ride the Ultra B that's coming out this summer. Yes, you're gonna pay a couple more $1,000s for the Ultra B, but you know, by the time you mod this and get it exactly where you want it, you're probably gonna spend even more. Yet another log. I go over on my dirt bike, but not on this. Ooh. Beautiful time to be in the woods. The leaves haven't bloomed yet. You can see a lot. Trees and stuff I need to clear. Not 100% sure about what I'll bottom out on and what I won't, so just trying to play it safe. All right, we're gonna go backwards back up this trail. Got a couple good climbs at the end of it. I'll let you know what battery percentage. I was at about 78% battery when we started, and now I'm at 67. Definitely need to put the good foot pegs on here. These stock pegs, they're just very small. I don't know if you can see that, but they're very small platforms and not a lot to grab onto. And yes, guys, I am in board shorts and tennis shoes. This is kind of a last second thing. Oh yeah, I think once you got good on one of these, this kind of tight single track, you could be dangerous. Whoa. All right, up the steepest part of this little climb. No problem for the Ron. Man, this thing's sweet. It's not going to replace your 300 two-stroke by any means, but it's going to be just as much fun in different ways. Double those little logs right there. I need to get more comfortable with sliding the rear end of this thing around.